Hello, hello. Welcome to KZ Games. We're back in Scarlet Nexus, and today's going to be a bunch of side bond quests in this game. We're just gonna do a bunch of random stuff to try and increase our friendship with these characters. So yeah. First things first, let's read some of the new brain messages that we've been getting. All right. Satori the activist apparently has some stuff to tell us. Communication is prohibited, but this message is necessary. I know this is sudden, but I've quit the OSF. It was the Suo incident. It changed my fate. So this is the person who's kind of letting us save our game and giving us wares. And he's been following us everywhere. He's actually this dude right here. And of course, there has to be a narrative reason for him to continue to give us this service. Even when we are technically like traitors to the OSF, and we're kind of on our own. We're a rogues gallery right now. I hurt my back in all the commotion. I can stand fine, so you don't have to worry. Now I'm nothing more than an average citizen with no relations to the OSF. But the archivist in me asks, should I stop archiving now? Leaving a job unfinished is not something archivists do. So I made a decision. As a mere citizen archivist, I will continue to follow you and watch the archives, meaning I will keep archiving. End of message. I'll say this, I'm not doing this as a hobby. Definitely not as a hobby. New missions. So I think in the end of the last video, I looked at the TV and it says that we have some new missions. Maybe we'll try one of them just to see how it looks. I don't know. Well, we'll see. V Simulator OS. To all members of the OSF, this is the OSF Vision Simulator operation system. This is a message to notify you that a new mission has been added to the Vision Simulator. You may check the contents of the mission by accessing the Vision Simulator via any information device such as a TV. We humbly await your connection. And there's an access bonus to all members of the OSF. This is the OSF Vision Simulator operating system. Access to the Vision Simulator has been granted to each platoon as of OSF in order to augment the battle powers of all members. You can access the Vision Simulator via information devices such as a TV to engage in special combat training. Please access at will and use the opportunity to reinforce your powers. Okay. We got Kagero, Kagero. He recently assassinated Yuto's father, but blamed it on us, and apparently he has no motivation. No, he's not going to reveal himself. He's just gonna leave us with the blame. I know I sound pretentious saying this, but I think my invisibility will be pretty useful in the future, even more so after everything has happened. So I'm happy to be able to be of service. Genma is not here. That's interesting. And then we have two Bond. Luca, who is the teleporter, whose brother is Karin. You may be shocked by my sudden message, but I would like to ask you about Karin Tavers. Wait, why isn't that his brother? We are both fighting on different fronts now, but I was hoping you would meet me at Musubi's. I await your reply. And Hanabi also wants to hang out. Kasane, can you come to Musubi's? So much happened and I was hoping we could talk about it. I hope you'll reply. At the moment, I think Hanabi Ichijo is still my favorite character. I'm sorry. The most, wait. How come only the bottom ones are new? Have I read the top ones already at some point? I'll just read from the beginning anyway. I'd love to let you rest a little more, Kasane, but I'm sorry. I wish I could have given you more time. You haven't rested either, Kyoka. Aren't your headaches getting worse? I appreciate your concern, Arashi, but I've had these headaches for a long time now. I'm used to them. The more people say they're fine, the surer I am they're not. It's really not good to ignore chronic headaches. Yeah, apparently like anything to do with headaches is like potentially due to your brain. And since your brain controls so much function that anything that goes wrong in the brain is like bad, so headaches is something that you had to take seriously if you don't want to like lose function one way or another. And if you don't lose, or living normally feels like normal, but the moment you lose function, it's like your entire life is changed. If you ever like worked out really hard and then you just can't like go downstairs because your glutes hurt or something, you'd probably figure out how much like your body like works together to make everyday things easy. And once one thing is not strong enough to pull its weight, it like really affects your day-to-day life. And yeah, headaches can cause that. So aha, you are so concerned today, Arashi. You're right. I'll go see a doctor next time. Oh, there's this Chris. It's not the same as your hair clip, but I've been using and improving these earmuffs for a long time. Okay. So you can be attached to things too. Is it because you like the way they look? No, it's more pragmatic than that. These super light earmuffs have great noise reduction. The high performance balancers installed in them takes the strain off my neck too. They are a masterpiece that combines the latest technologies for the great goals of protecting my ears from sound and my neck and shoulders from stiffness. Okay, I was thinking she was gonna connect this to how like moving super fast or something like messes with her ear, or I don't know, like her balancing or whatever, and the earmuffs like help. But apparently it has nothing to do with that. Genma, I think this is. I accidentally went through this list, so I don't remember what's new and what's not, but I believe this is old. So yeah, I think we're all caught up. So let's just walk around the room and see what people think about the situation. Let's not do that one first. I may as well just do him first, actually. Hey there. Let's start our bonding. Whoa! What got you so angry? How about a smile? Just consider it a little bit of bad luck. Bond episode. Why do we want to give him gifts? He's like pinning and framing us for the murder of Yuito's father. Why do we want to be on his good graces? He should be like trying to get onto our good graces. Bond episode.
Yo, Kasane! Coming all the way to see me? Do you have a crush on me or something?
I want to crush you or something for what you've done.
No, I just came to check on you. Looks like you're fine. Goodbye.
Whoa, I see you still keep things cool. I mean, you're already here. Why don't we go on a date?
No thanks.
Good. Wait, hold on!
What else do you want?
Sorry. I shouldn't have used the D word. How about we take this opportunity to deepen our friendship?
I somehow doubt your motives.
To deepen our friendship, you can first find Yuito or get into contact with Yuito and let him know that I am not the one who killed his father and that it was you.
You've been on edge lately. After everything that happened with Naomi, I'm just concerned for you as the team's resident senior. Why don't we let off a little steam? A change of pace over some tea with your trusty mentor.
This is so weird. Everything in this game has like a bit of like weirdness that's just like, it's not big enough to really make the story unattainable. Like, it's not like the story doesn't make sense completely, but it's just weird enough that it doesn't make sense in a way where you question whether it's just because you missed something. But at least that's what I'm doing. I'm like, what are we missing here? This guy let us take the fall for killing Yuito's father. Now Yuito is like going out with a vengeance to find us and kill us or whatever, or take revenge, or I don't know. Maybe he's just angry with us. And this guy is trying to be our friend when like he's kind of like ruining one of our other relationships right now. And we're not like we're still like care enough about this guy that we're gonna check up on him. I mean, like, you think our character would just not want to go near this guy at all and just avoid this guy since he's like bad news. But then this little exchange happens. I guess like gameplay wise, everyone needs a bond mission or whatever to bond with, and you're incentivized to bond with all the characters to like increase their powers and stuff. But narrative wise, there's like a dissonance there where it's like, sure, I want to use their abilities in the combat. Could you not have at least written the characters that we rely on to be like more reliable? And not like this dude who like I don't know, he framed us. That's like so unacceptable, I feel like.
He may have an ulterior motive. That being said, it might actually be good to talk with him.
Yeah, okay. His ulterior motive is probably to frame you for another murder.
We're allies after all. So I think it's best that I should, at the very least, try to understand what kind of person he is.
See, this is what I'm talking about. I feel like I missed something. In what ways have we decided we're allies? Just that one little exchange where we're like, oh, we don't like the corrupted OSF and Hayunabi government or whatever. Is that the reason? Because they make people into others, and we're just reluctantly gonna ally with this guy who is like a murderer? I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe there's like some lore or something that I missed. I don't know. This is so weird. And this isn't just the first case of it. Like all the weird like romantic stuff, it's like doesn't really fit the story all that well. It feels like tacked on just to like fill some space. Like, oh, Naomi has a little crush on Yuito. Oi. And now Kasane needs to figure out if Yuito is a reliable boyfriend for Naomi. And then there's like the whole thing where Kasane has like a, not unresolved, but she doesn't really understand her feelings towards Seto. Like, but it's clearly that she kind of like it's more than just respect for Seto, because Seto acknowledges Kasane's abilities, and she kind of started like to have feelings for him. It seems like, but she just doesn't really understand exactly what she's feeling, and she never really took the time to look into it either. And then Seto just immediately dies. This is another thing, like characters just immediately die, and it feels like out of nowhere. But time travel is involved in this story as well, which convolutes things a little bit more. But because time travel exists in this story, you can't really write off any dead person, because there could be like a time traveling plot point where we go back and fix everything, right? So like our sister is technically dead, or at least not alive because she got transformed. Seto suddenly dies like the dumbest way, even though he's supposed to be a really powerful platoon leader. Kyoka's character is just like, what's going on? She's supposed to be a leader, but she hasn't really shown any leadership for this platoon. In fact, Kasane has provided more resources and direction to this team than Kyoka. So this is like there's like all these like little weird things in this entire thing that you can kind of point out, but somehow, I don't know, it still goes. I don't know, this is a very chaotic story. This is organized very chaotically, and it feels like, for me who's just experiencing it now, it feels like it's not because the story is chaotic, it's because I don't understand all the nuances behind it. Like maybe some revelation will happen in the future that makes certain parts of it make more sense, but right now it just feels like it's all over the place.
Okay, we can talk a little.
Oh, so you're finally on board. Great. Now let's go out on the town.
We're being hunted by OSF people. You want? Let's go out of town, sure.
Am I making a mistake?
Let's just put on some disguises, I guess. We won't wear our OSF uniforms. We'll wear casual clothes. No one will recognize us then, right?
So what do we need to talk about?
Well, I guess Musubi here is supposed to be like a place nobody knows how to get to, but somehow gets to.
Let's see. I guess an update on how we've been? Although we pretty much already know what we've both been up to. Today's goal is to get you to blow off a little steam, so let's just talk about whatever you want to talk about.
But I don't feel like I need to blow off steam.
Really? Then maybe I'll just ask some questions. Weren't you and Naomi really close?
We're sisters. Of course we were.
But you seem to be even closer than real sisters. Was there something that happened that helped you become so close?
Well, Naomi was always there protecting me because I didn't really have a place in the Randall household. My parents didn't think very fondly of me, and she was the only one who actually treated me with kindness.
Oh, I get it. So you feel like you owe her for helping you through your childhood. Sounds like a great sister to me.
Yes, I suppose you could say that I owe her my life. I wanted to ask him about himself. We've been talking about me the whole time.
You must really love Naomi.
What? Yes. She's the most important person in the world to me.
So, let me ask you this. If you could turn back time to when Naomi was well, do you think you'd want to?
Turn back time?
She has the time powers. She just need to learn to control it, right?
Then you could go back to the way things were, like nothing even happened.
Of course I want to be together with my sister again. But
I wonder if that's how they're gonna do the new game plus. If we start the game again, but with the dude character instead. Like something happens and we're forced to turn back time, but then we also maybe do it in a way where we also lose our memories or something, so we gotta like go through the events again. And it becomes like a loop, and you gotta loop a couple times or something before things finally reach some sort of finale.
I can't.
Why?
Because taking away my sister's suffering like it never happened would be denying her entire life.
I see.
Why did you ask me that?
It's just, I've lived a life full of regret, so I'm always thinking about how to face the past. Although, you do have a good point. I guess you just need to accept what's happened.
That's enough about me. I'd like to hear about your past mistakes.
Whoa, that's not really something I can just share with you or anyone so easily. I've gotta maintain some air of mystery about me.
Oh, really? Then I won't push you.
I mean, we don't want to close the distance between us too quickly. Let's take this slow.
Okay. We ended up barely even talking about him. I did notice he dropped that cheerful facade he always has on for a moment. I think he might be hiding something deeper behind that usual carefree attitude of his. Although I could be reading into it too much.
I wanted to really talk to you, Kasane. Your weapon is basically a knife, right? That's something we have in common. It's a knife, but it's nothing like yours. Our fighting styles are totally different anyways. You're cold even over text. I thought this was brain messages. I thought it was like texting, but with your brain powers, so you can actually hear them talk. You're cold even over text. I suppose I do use my knife while I'm invisible. I dance like a butterfly and sting like a bee. Though you can't see me. I think there's something two knives users can learn from each other, though. Let's talk about it, okay. Kagero. Shall we try one of the missions? Let's watch TV, see what it says. A flurry of activity has continued around areas near the OSF headquarters and government facilities. While still unconfirmed, we have also received information that something may have happened to Chairman Joe Sumeragi. The people of Suo are concerned for their safety of the chairman, or for the safety of the chairman, who has garnered popularity far and wide. Oh ho! I'm a newsman.
I want to talk to Kyoka.
Okay, we'll talk to Kyoka. We'll do the mission. We'll do the mission at the end. Kyoka is this one. Wait, why? Oh, wait, never mind. I'm like, why was his purple, but the other one was because I was actually looking at them. Let's talk to her, see what she has to say. Well, seeing as we can't go back to Suo, we can call this home for the time being. I will, anyways. Can I gift her anything? Fun snack set. So I can give it to her or Kyoka. Is it once I give it to her, does it mean I can't get another one and give it to Kyoka then? Sure, why not? We'll give her a fun snack. Here, have some snacks. This snack set has a wide variety everybody loves, like sweet cookies, salty potato chips, and chewy rice cakes. You can't wait to open it to see what's inside. You could enjoy it with family and friends, or maybe you could keep it all to yourself. Sure, here you go. Oh, that is her corner. I see. I guess they kinda go with cola. Cola! Ride the potato. Alright, Kyoka, how are you doing today?
I really admire you, Kasane. You've only been in real combat for a short time, but you lead everyone so calmly.
Wait, this corner is hers? What about that one with the flowery rug? Maybe that is Naomi's corner.
I think your leadership is what allows me to be so calm in a fight.
Her leadership? What leadership has he done so far?
Now you're just flattering me. I'm glad to help, though.
This might also be the case of there to being too many characters to divvy up all the different parts that needs to be. Because her character is pretty much the same as Seto's character. It's just that Seto is specifically created for the other squad or the other platoon. So far, she hasn't really done much, except she has been really useful in the gameplay. But in the story, she hasn't really done much.
If there's anything you want to ask me about, don't hesitate.
Reach spawn level 3 with Kyoka. Why am I reaching like higher levels with Kyoka, but like none of the other characters have been increasing? Duplicate and combo vision. While SAS is active, you create duplicates of yourself while attack with you. Hey, that's awesome. Using that button combination enables a combo vision in which Kyoka attacks from afar with duplicates. Wait, what? Is that two different things, or is that just saying like if I activate her thing, then Kyoka will create duplicates of us? I'm gonna pretend this just means this just explains what we see in the graphic or the little GIF up above. So that's us, but then this one, like a bunch of Kyoka appears, it looks like, and shoots like a bunch of crossbows. I don't know, we can see when we get into battle.
You might hate my meddling, but I can't stop myself from worrying about you. I'm not a fan of it, honestly, but it's not that bad when it's you.
I don't really want to say this, but considering the known facts point to Kasane as Chairman Sumeragi's assassin, I'm sure she'd be more than welcome in Seiran. Wait, what? Is she talking to us and referring to us in the third person? Can I gift her anything? I don't know what these plugins do. These plugins are installed in the brain for various expanded functional utility. Usually a person can only use one. Installing this program increases the number of plugins. Oh! You can use once by one. How much you can use increased by one. This has the same property as similar program H. So right now I have one like program encrypted on them, and that's like the increase power, increase health, increase defense or something like that. If I use this on them, then they can further be increased. So I guess her and Shiden are the only characters that have been with us since the beginning. So that's why maybe she is a character that can level up Bond, whereas some of these characters might leave soon. Just like how Naomi left, Genma left, and there was another one, wasn't there? I guess some of the other characters like Hanabi and the girl who's clairvoyant. Let's talk to this guy. I never thought this is how we'd end up going back to Suo. Bond episode.
Damn it!
Why are you being up the thing?
Shiden? What are you doing?
Kasane, I'm not doing anything.
It's not what you think. I'm not beating my meat.
If you're trying to hide it, why don't you go somewhere people can't see? It's hard to ignore what you're doing to that doll.
What? How long have you been watching?
A while. What's the point of this?
I don't need to be bossed around by you.
Just tell us.
This is just small talk. We're teammates. Don't teammates talk like this?
Small talk? Okay, fine. This is called Baki.
I know that. Naomi liked it too.
My parents pushed it on me because it's popular. It's completely not my taste.
Then why do you have it?
It's your fault.
It's my fault.
Huh?
Because I lost to you one-on-one. My parents are trying to cheer me up.
You told your family you lost?
Of course not.
When I didn't reply for a while, they probably figured out what happened. They've been messaging me non-stop ever since. They even sent me this doll. They probably think I like it. But that's just added pressure. That's why I don't want to reply. And just looking at the message notifications ticks me.
So you were taking it out on the doll?
Yeah. You got a problem with that?
I think that's better than taking it out on the people around you.
He might as well just ask her if they want to spar or something. You want to spar? I'm kind of frustrated here. I kind of have a lot of pent-up energy. Let's have like a friendly match. we won't care about who wins or lose. We'll just go for like 10 minutes or something like that, or a 5-minute round. 2 5-minute rounds.
Oh. So you weren't making fun of me?
No, we weren't. We actually want to be friends, I guess. Just answer your mother.
What was that sound?
It's your mother.
How are you doing? We haven't heard from you, so we've been worried. Your mother and father are always on your side. Your mother knows just how strong you are, little Shiden. Do your best and don't lose. I can't wait to hear from you. See you soon.
I think the better thing to say is like losing. You only lose if you can't get back up again or whatever. That's probably more motivational than saying just don't lose. That seems like putting pressure on.
Did you see that?
I'm sorry, but I did. She's a good mom.
These are the types of messages she keeps sending me. I'm a grown man now, but she keeps treating me like a kid.
You actually messaged through the terminal?
They pushed it on me. I mean, we can directly receive transmissions through the brain, but they want to go through all this trouble.
I don't understand why you're so resistant. You don't like being encouraged by your family?
I'm grateful, but sometimes it doesn't matter how hard you try. There's some things you just can't accomplish no matter how much they expect you to. So when they keep telling me to do my best, it feels like they're blaming my inadequacy.
You're so immature.
So that's why. If they went in this direction where it's like, oh, you only lose if you give up or whatever, then he can't like misconstrue that. If it's like, oh, you keep trying, do your best, don't lose, he can misconstrue that as like them thinking he's not good enough, and that he requires like external motivation in order to actually succeed.
What did you say?
Ever since I was adopted into the Randall family, I've never received a single word of encouragement from my parents. I don't mean to compare our lives, and I can't say who's better off. But from where I stand, you're loved and truly blessed. I would even say I'm jealous.
I'm sorry for saying all those things without thinking about your situation.
Shiden's shells are coming down. His barriers are coming down around Kasane.
Still, my family's encouragement stresses me out. My parents will praise me no matter how spectacularly I fail. That's no way to measure my abilities. I need to be acknowledged by an objective third party if I'm going to improve.
You're not satisfied being loved by your family? I don't understand why you work so hard just to be acknowledged.
Acknowledgement is a powerful thing. Lots of good leadership is being able to acknowledge the efforts of your the people who follow you, right, or people who work for you, and being able to express acknowledgement or express support is also like a skill. You can't just like say you just like shallowly say you support something or whatever, because then deep down people know it has no meaning. You have to actually like, I don't know, put out the effort to support things and really be sincere about it before it's actually believed. And yeah, just constantly showering someone with, oh, I support you, but in the background you're not really doing anything. Doesn't really, it's like one of those things where it's like you're talking the talk but you're not walking the walk thing. You're just using you're cheapening your words is what you're doing. You're just making what you say not worth that much, because it's so easy for you to say things when the real values if you actually do stuff that supports. Like, if the mother here is like acknowledging Shiden's, I don't know, failures or whatever. It's like, oh, I know you fail, and you're still young. You still have a lot ahead of you, and you've already actually accomplished a lot, being able to make it into the OSF at this young of an age or whatever. I don't know how old he is. And you still have like this heart, this motivation deep down to continue to improve yourself, which is something that's very valuable in a productive member of society or whatever. Then if you say something like that, it means you've actually thought about what's the person like actually relates to. Like, you actually listen to what they're saying or paid attention to what they're doing, and you're able to like express support that draws from that, and it makes sense. But then if you're just shallowly saying, I support you, you can do your best, but it doesn't really relate to the person, you can replace the person with anyone and the words still apply, then it doesn't hit, like, it doesn't tug at this heartstrings, or it doesn't it doesn't make you feel like you're actually being seen or acknowledged in any way. If whatever encouragement you're hearing is like not really unique to your situation, which is like, I guess what the mother, being like a mother and having a lot of love for her child, she wants to express this, but maybe she just doesn't have the expertise, like the leadership skills or whatever, to express it. But then she feels a need to express it, and it's more like the mother is trying to convince herself, or maybe even like show the son that she's trying, but not she herself doesn't have the experience or the expertise to actually do it. And hopefully it goes far enough. I guess there's a lot of like psychology and stuff behind what people say and what people do and the behaviors of people. And yeah, in this case though, the mother's efforts are kind of falling on deaf ears, where Shiden here isn't really seeing everything from the mother's perspective, and at the same time the mother is not really seeing things from Shiden's perspective either. Like, she's not figuring out what is really going on, what's really bugging, or any challenges that Shiden is saying, so that she can offer any like constructive support or constructive criticism or advice or anything. So it's just like a lot of placating, surface level placating, trying to like play your role in this like relationship without really having to put in a lot of emotional or emotional investment or effort into it, without trying to do it the easy way, I guess. And hopefully like the work is done on the other end, where, oh, I'm just gonna throw something out there just to do something, just to like elicit a response, and then hopefully the other end, the person that I'm trying to communicate with, will have the wits about them to kind of figure everything out and appreciate the behavior. Whereas in a lot of relationships, like, it's on both ends to really reciprocate and understand each other's point of views. And yeah. It's a little unfortunate that Shiden and his mothers don't really understand each other in that way. And it's also on top of that, I feel like Kasane can't really say anything. I guess she can give her perspective, but I don't think she can tell him that he's lucky because he has a family that loves him, or whatever, or is trying, at the very least, trying to show that they love him. She can kind of just tell her perspective, and well, I guess she's expressing her opinion, which is probably okay. And she might want to like set the groundwork, saying like, oh, maybe she doesn't understand him and his mother's relationship enough, but from her perspective, she would love to have like a mother that dotes on her. It seems like someone with a mother who cares enough to like send all these messages and send all these words of encouragement is actually appreciated in Kasane's life, whereas she is lacking that. Anyways, I went on a stupid rant.
Of course you don't. You're the one who won, so I'm just inferior.
That's also a thing where you can't really draw black and white on, right? Just because you won in this one fight or this one thing, it doesn't mean you'll always win. And it doesn't mean you're inferior. You could have got lucky. You could have, I don't know. There's all these factors going on. So you can't say like, oh, just because you won, I'm inferior. It's like, sure, you won in this fight, and I should improve myself more for the next one or whatever. And it doesn't mean like for the rest of your life or whatever he's inferior, or for until he proves himself again he's inferior. It's just that in that one moment, that's a result of it. And it seems like there was a lot of motivation for Kasane to win, and Shiden didn't really have a lot of motivation to win, aside from, I don't know, his own pride, his own ego. So it's hard to say.
I trained so hard for years, and it resulted in a pathetic loss to a rookie.
This is a rookie at top of her class.
I know you must be laughing at me behind my back.
I'm not. I just don't understand why you need the approval of others. If you explain it to me, I'll try my best to understand.
That's crazy that these two were so contentious with each other. They're just bickering back and forth about who's being leader, who's the best and stuff. And then it kind of flows into this, where Kasane is actually like, it feels like she's offering like an olive branch. Like, oh, I actually want to be, now that we're actually allies, and I value this like relationship we have. I actually want to understand you. And I guess she's like, sees that she's been really mean to him in the past. But she's not really saying it. That's just me like speculating. But at the very least, she's trying to understand him and be his friend. And at the same time, she's able to get him to lower a lot of his barriers and have him, instead of just blowing her off and telling her she doesn't want to talk to her anymore, he's actually opening up to her.
You want to understand?
That's what I'm telling you.
I'm busy. I'm not obligated to explain anything to you.
Oh, never mind. He is just brushing her off.
He has a lot on his mind. I'll need to talk to him more if I'm going to understand him. I had no idea communicating with people was so hard.
Yeah, it seems that communicating with these people is hard. They all have like baggage.
Kasane, listen, I'm not planning to get to know you or the rest of you more than I need to.
That's fine. I try not to get involved in other people's lives.
Right. You don't look much like the social type. That's one of the few things we have in common. I'm not sympathizing with you or anything. Just get out of here!
Oh, I reached bond level 2. What did I unlock with him? Electrification circles and guardian vision. With SAS active, use Y while on the ground for an elec circle to retreat from enemies and deal high damage. So while I'm using him, my retreat ability, my retreat attack does like a special thing, it looks like. Okay. It does an extra thing. So this is the guardian vision, and this is the Y. So yeah, this is him coming and protecting me for a second. And this is like what would happen if I press Y while fighting. Okay. Cool.
Listen closely. You can bring out your full potential by working with an excellent colleague. In other words, it's all thanks to me.
Is that so? But doesn't it work both ways?
Maybe these two should just like start dating, man. They're so similar. They just need to look past each other's differences and realize that they're kind of the same person. I never thought this is how we'd end up going back to Zuo. Oh, I already read that. Alright. He's here. Yeah, this is his station because I gave him I gave him those weird classes things. I guess this is Kyoka's station. But I don't know whose station this is. I'm still thinking it's Naomi? That's why there's like nobody there. What does this guy have to say? Whoa, what's got you so angry? How about a smile? Just consider a little bit of bad luck. Okay. Let's do one of those combat things just to see how it looks, and I'll probably end things after that. A mission. Basic training. Let's do this one to see how it looks. Just to show a bit of the game's features. So in the past, I thought... let me read this first. Vision Simulator controls. You can open the world map with up, or perform the following when knocked out. Retry, or return to hideout. And also change difficulty sessions. So I originally thought... Ooh, I got a little thing here. Arashi's machine is in the way. I told her, but she won't do anything, so you move it. Arashi has a machine? What? We'll worry about that later. But yeah, apparently these are all just like your allies' ability. I thought like the bottom three is your allies' ability and you like unlock your own ability at the top. But apparently you have like 4 ally abilities, but you can have 2 with you on the field. So yeah, that's pretty funny.
This is too easy for me, but I won't hold back.
I'll do this, Shiden.
Oh, I got protected. Yeah, so that's the crazy circle there.
Good with SAS.
You're a genius.
So yeah, I got the double thing there.
Good grief, I'm not looking to improve myself here.
Yeah, the combat's getting more and more satisfying as I like unlock more stuff.
Please, Kagero. There, that should do it.
I got I had an ally help me there. Oh! I am getting experience and stuff.
You don't see very often. Kasane, you should take down that really fast other. I bet it will yield something good.
Okay.
I confirmed a water attack. Are you okay? Being wet makes it hard to move. There's a weakened member.
Uh-oh. I'm running out of time to kill him.
Work hard.
Thank me later.
That seems to be the spot. My. You beat a jewel pool. How impressive.
What? Uh-oh.
Some are close to their limit.
Oh, you protected me.
Step up. I'm sorry. Thank you.
Heal everyone up.
Thank you. I'm better now.
No.
It's not over yet.
I guess that's level 40 and I'm only level like 37 or something.
Don't push yourself.
I got rest.
Thanks. Sorry for the trouble.
Go ahead and use my power.
What? I immediately died. Did it give you any invincibility frames?
Can you don't push yourself too hard.
What? What's
Thanks.
happening?
Sorry for the trouble. There's a weakened member. Aim for that spot. It's done.
I got experience and like money, so this shouldn't be too hard, or this shouldn't be too bad. I did really bad though. Why would I want to share? What? I hit the share button and it saved saved screenshot and loaded Twitter for some reason. That's kind of stupid. All right, let's call it a day here. That's actually kind of fun. It really lets you practice your combat as well. During the mission challenges in the vision simulator, sometimes a jewel pool will appear. They only appear after certain conditions have been met, but achieve a high rank on each mission will make them appear more frequently. If you manage to suppress the jewel pool, you can earn a lot of experience, kins, and even get rare items. Remember, an enemy always drops an item when defeated with a brain crush, so try to take it out like that. Okay. So yeah, I got a C on this. I think I'll probably do these things on my own time. They do seem like fun, just like, I don't know, boot one of these up, play a little bit of it, and then like do something else. Go do some chores after or something, or go watch a YouTube video. This doesn't seem like recording material. I don't think people want to watch people just do combat without much story to kind of guide the experience. Alright, I guess that's all I have for you for today. I believe I have dealt with all the different bond stuff that is available currently, and I've talked to everyone and given as much gifts as possible. So yeah, hope you enjoyed. I hope to see you in the next one, where I will continue the story for this game, Scarlet Nexus. Hope you see you there. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.